Slate up, on the air, episode 106, marker.
San Diego, California. On the air, starring Little Tommy. That's right. Co-starring. Like that?
And look at this. We have a sold-out crowd. We even have the balcony sold out.
This is
awesome.
a small. So when we started asking about, were you on vacation and just forgot to ask about a studio audience, Mary? Is that what happened? Okay, I don't think you did. You have to stay on these people, these viewers, because
we have a sold out live audience.
Yeah, they're going to see very quickly that there's 6 people in this. But we might be small, but we're mighty. So thank you for coming in.
Yes.
And very good. There's normally in our, when we first started playing, the band started playing. There was many times there was more people on stage than were in front of us.
Oh,
You guys remember those days? The salad days, as they call them. Yeah, that was a long time ago. So how are you? What's any New Year's resolutions that you've broken already that we talked about last week?
Oh, I broke it the first hour.
Never mind, I'll get
year.
it. One of mine was to turn the phone off during all my TV shows.
But this is, what's amazing to me? This is episode 106. It's our second show of the year. And as I was reflecting back to all the shows, I was saying to myself, you know what's amazing? I don't think I've ever gotten in an argument with you or fought with you.
We don't. Russ and I, in fact, here's some, you guys maybe...
I talk behind your back every episode.
Oh, I know you do. But Russ and I got into some arguments in our mini.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, here's one of them right here.
I don't ever want to see it again. Ever. And if you don't do it, you're fired.
No, I in all my years of radio and television, and it was now numbers 30. I don't know for you, it's
41.
41.
41.
I had a partner in the very beginning that we used to fight like dogs and cats. But what was interesting is...
His name was Bicycle?
No, his name was Scooter.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, I got it. We used to fight like dogs and cats. Great guy, loved the guy. One of the best, world-class sailor, by the way.
Wow.
But we fought like dogs and cats. What was interesting is we'd fight like dogs and cats in the commercial break. And you come back and you can't act like... Yeah. Did you ever get in that situation with Jeff and Jerry where you guys were, in a little bit of a...
Absolutely.
And then you got to come back and it's like, hey, everybody.
Sometimes we don't.
Great to see you. And I remember what I used to do in the early days was just shut up, which is, impossibility for me. Yeah. But, we haven't been in an argument.
There's morning shows in San Diego that are married couples. I wonder.
That's
how
right.
that
We've had a couple in there, Jagger and Christy.
Yeah.
Well, they do fantastic, and they've been together for long enough. When you talk to them in person, that's not just an act. They're just, like Gracie
crazy.
And
George Burns.
George Burns,
yeah.
and like that. The only thing that if I do something on the air that Tommy doesn't like, Tommy will always say, God, great job, and I'll get an email at 2 in the morning. So I'll wake up, because Tommy gets up at 2 in the morning to produce Good Morning San Diego.
But I did tell you, hey, if I ever send you something at 1 a.m., don't pay attention to it.
Yeah, so I don't. So ignore. Say hello to the band. Great to see you guys today.
Yeah.
All intact. Can I just get a big blam from the Daytator Quattro here? Here we go.
1, 2, 3,
Just like that, huh? All right,
we have some great guests.
Well, listen, I'm going to take credit for this. I thought that there's an awful lot of dudes in San Diego media and radio and we constantly have a boys club here. I thought we need to have a female-centric show.
Yes.
There's no theme here other than the fact that it's a bunch of skirts coming on the show. So my mom would be very proud.
Yes.
All the kids would be very proud. So let's get it started.
I love all 4 of these guests.
I do too.
Let's introduce the very first guest right now. She is the pride of Ramona. She's my favorite person on KUSI, Allie Wagner.
super famous. So, Allie, when you go to the grocery store, okay, is it every single time? Because Tommy, every time he goes out, gets recognized.
Well, he posts so often on
I
social
know.
media. I think that has something to do with it.
By the way, have you ever seen me in one of the posts for On the Air that Tommy posts? That's why they call it the Tommy Show.
Oh.
So are you stopped in every time you go?
I think every once in a while, but I don't pay attention. My husband Trevor pays way more attention than I do to that. And then, yeah, I'm always like, oh, nice to meet you. Come introduce yourself.
Well, the reason Trevor noticed is because you met Trevor on a hit. And by the way, that is an industry term for when you go out and interview somebody, that's a hit.
Do a segment, yeah.
So you did a segment, and you interviewed your husband.
Yes.
You have on camera the day you met.
Yes, our first interaction, yes. I do. I know.
Did you play at the wedding? Was it? You should have played on the screen at the wedding.
No, everybody was having way too good of a time at the wedding in Cabo to even pay. I don't think that they were. I think they'd had a little too much tequila down in Cabo to pay attention to that.
Do you ever watch that interview that you did with him?
Every once in a while, we'll bust it out and show people.
Because imagine your kids are going to be able to look see the second you guys made eye contact.
Yeah, which will probably be like, ooh, don't you want to see this? And they're like, oh, okay.
No, I think they will. Like when they're 50.
Your kids are William and Jeff?
Yeah, right.
No, it's Archer and Atlas. That's like born to be quarterbacks.
Yeah. Atlas holding up the world and Archer, yes.
Yes. And nothing against librarians, but Atlas is not going to be a librarian. You know?
No, we were just talking about this in the green room. I was talking about how we've gone on trips. We went to Chicago when Archer was 4 months old and Atlas was a little over 2. And people are like, you took the 2 of them on a plane? And I'm like, well, Atlas has to travel.
Oh,
His name is
I get it.
Atlas.
I get it. Yeah,
come
see
on.
what she did there?
If he's not a good traveler. Come
On that, let's get the radio people in.
All right.
Let's hurry up.
She is the most famous person to come out of Pioneer High School in San Jose, California. From Rock 105.3, the show, Sky
There she
Williams.
Hey.
Sully.
Nice to see you, honey.
Come here, sweetie. Hi, guys.
What an appropriate walk-on song for you.
Thank you. Little
are
Guns
you?
N' Roses, can't
Great
go
to see you.
wrong.
I listen to your show a lot.
Oh, okay.
And you guys are so consistent, I have to say.
Well, thank you.
No, you are. And it's like Eddie I think Eddie's one of our, he's getting a robe this year, I think, isn't he?
I think so, too.
Yeah, I think so,
He's
too.
almost at 10.
He's almost
Yeah.
at 10.
You get a robe if you come on 10 times?
Oh,
Is
my
that what
goodness.
I
happened?
think
Yeah.
there's like a Hall of Fame club.
Or jacket?
Yeah,
You
something.
get a robe.
You're pretty close.
Yeah, you get a robe.
You'll get
I was like,
I was just thinking, no, we'll give you a dishwasher. No, whatever you want. You know, do appliance.
Hey, skirts
I said
and
that on purpose.
Skirts and dishwashers? Come on.
Well, it's because I bought
ladies-
you a refrigerator at one point, so I thought, you know what? Maybe-
You did. Actually, that is one of the
That's
best
why
gifts as a show we have ever gotten. It is stopped
I
so
was
many
listening.
fights.
I was listening to your show
Yeah.
at one point, and there was a discussion about a fridge.
There was. We were fighting over the fridge being misused, who owns the fridge, who's in charge of cleaning the fridge. It's a lot when you share a fridge with 5 people on a show.
So what does the P1 do? He sends a fridge.
Yep.
That's exactly what it is. I sent him over a mini fridge to you guys. You guys are so consistent from the very first time I listened to you.
Oh.
And even as of, this week. And like Eddie says, you guys are just a bunch of friends talking around. I mean, it's supposed to sound like that. And as we talked about never getting in fights with your partner on air, sometimes you're not all friends. No, I mean, there are shows that you're not all friends.
I mean, it's a family. You guys have seen everything. From marriages, from breakups to everything.
Births, deaths, all of it.
How do you
everything in
guys keep it together?
We don't. I mean, honestly, you talk about us being consistent, and I think the one thing we're consistent about is we're consistently ourselves.
Yeah.
Right? So when you're not faking it, when you're just truly being you with friends, whether you're really angry at them or they're your best friend of the day, as long as you be you, then you're gonna be consistent. You know what I mean? And so, we have our fights, we have our times where we're hugging and crying, but like Tommy said, we're a family, and that's what families do.
How does it feel? Because you guys are a consistent morning show. In that hallway through the years, many shows have gone away, broken up, retired. How does it feel to still be there? Because in my opinion, you guys are on the top.
I think
You guys are on top.
Are now the longest running show currently on the air. DSC, they were huge and amazing in San Diego for
How
so long.
many years were they on again? Was it 41?
35.
30.
Or 32.
32.
30.
How long were you
They
guys
started in 90.
How long were you guys on?
They did 32. We did 32 in one day.
32 one day.
Okay, according to Tommy.
No,
According to Tommy.
Going back on.
we were at 20. We did 27, but I round up and say 30.
Okay. So
They
30
started in 1990.
Wow, math is not a strong
not.
suit.
No, Carrie.
Radio math is really bad too. You ever listen to radio and they're trying to. How long have you guys been on again?
So I've been doing mornings on Rock 105.3 here since 2004. Wow. So that means we're going to be coming up on 20 years of me doing radio.
That's
I mean, I
huge.
just realized on the drive here that I've been doing radio now longer than I wasn't doing radio. You know what I mean? I'm 25 years deep now, and it's crazy because...
I'm close. Actually, you know what? This year makes it a 50-50.
Really?
For me, yes.
Okay, you're right there.
On air.
40 years.
Yeah, thank you.
Again, don't do
Remember the one where you had to put the thing in your ear as a little transistor?
But
That was me.
seriously, it is a trip. I started in radio in 1982 when I was 17.
Wow. Well, you're
And
still on radio.
But that's 41 years.
Yeah, your show was on.
crazy.
Yeah, it's
That's crazy.
Well, and it's crazy what other people remember too, because in the green room we were talking to Allie, and she's like, "I remember when you had your daughter," and it was like that was.
I remember when you had your daughter.
I know, but then I went, oh my gosh, I feel really
years.
old.
She's 13 now. We're in the teen years.
See, that's the
so.
scary part. I remember when talking about my girls when they were their first day in kindergarten,
Yeah.
and now they're in their late 20s.
Oh wow.
How does that make me?
Yeah.
I mean, that's how you
Tommy
feel
just
about
said 80.
Yeah, thanks. All right, this is too. I know the body's still warm.
What?
But have you noticed a swell in callers or anything since the retirement of DSC? Because the natural progression is Sarah and Boy are going to keep some people.
Yeah.
They're going to dip in
they're
and try
great.
it.
They are
But like
great.
any radio station, people dip in and they go elsewhere for a while, whatever. Is there? I mean, the natural move, I'm assuming, would be to you guys. It's similar music.
Yeah, that's what all the radio bean counters,
is that
have
what they
told us.
said?
Well, because between DSC and our show, the show, we have always shared an audience. It's
Yeah,
kind of one of
sure.
those things. If you enjoy what they do, you also enjoy what we do. If they're on commercial, you back and forth. So we haven't actually seen numbers yet. Like you said, it is too early, but that's what people are, assuming. And I mean, we just feel blessed anyway because San Diego is just so amazing. So.
But you were already winning.
Well, I
No,
didn't,
you really
I
weren't.
didn't want to say that, but we've been doing great for a long time, so we just really hope to keep that going and call San Diego home
Good.
forever.
awesome.
So it
Love
looks like you'll have to do the endorsement for the Sully Band show now.
We have two more guests to go. Two more
right.
guests to go.
Let's go. Let's do it.
This
Let's do it.
next guest, she's like a little sister to me. I've watched her grow up on the radio. She used to work with us. From Rock 105.3, the show, Emily Griffiths.
Good to see you.
Good to see you too.
How are you?
Good.
Did we
How are you
did we
doing?
first see you at the receptionist desk
Yes.
at iHeart?
Yes.
Or was called No, it was called Clear Channel.
Clear Channel.
It was Clear Channel,
It
right?
was Clear Channel at that
we went
point.
from AM 1130 KSDO to JCOR to Clear Channel
Yeah.
to iHeart Radio
Yep.
to iHeart Media.
Yeah.
Right? Is that
Yeah.
how it goes? And you started at the receptionist desk.
Well, I actually started as like a mail girl, like an assistant to the assistant, Mike Glickenhaus back in the day.
Yeah.
I would go and like take the Clear Channel truck and go get like Cokes for him and all that stuff. And then I became the receptionist. And then I was that for a couple years. And then,
And whoever said, geez, that girl Emily at the front desk should be on the radio, must be a genius.
Must have been Tommy.
Really?
Must have been Tommy.
How did
Really?
that happen? How did that happen?
I was answering phones one day,
Yeah.
and Jeff and Jer had moved to Star, and they had been there. How long was it? It was like a couple weeks,
Yeah.
right? It wasn't. I don't think it
That
was that long. And then, I guess you guys needed some help, so I get a phone call to the front desk. Answer it. It's Tommy. He goes, "Hey, Emily." He goes, "Hey, what are you doing after the show? Would you be interested in helping us?" And I'm like, "Oh, yeah." It's Jeff and Jer, born and raised in San Diego.
Yeah.
I used to listen to Jeff and Jer in the minivan going to school every day.
That's how old you are.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
She was 3.
Pretty much. So yeah, Tommy said, come meet us after the show, after the show, and I went, met you guys.
I remember.
You guys must have liked me, and so I started working for them. Doing
Isn't
like
that
website
it?
stuff.
I've always said that though. You want to be in radio, just get in the building.
Yes.
I don't know if TV is as much like that, but radio, if you're there, you're going on at some point. Hey, I need somebody to jump off of this thing into a pool of tapioca. Where are you? And then suddenly, you know, Abramowitz is born, right?
Oh, yeah.
But I mean, at some point, if you're around, you'll get pulled into this. So you see that TV's that way, Allie? Is there? I mean, have you seen like?
Not quite as much, but yeah, on the Prep Pigskin Report, definitely.
Yeah.
If you're, all you got to do is be around, be in the building, and you might,
fog up a mirror and have a clipboard, and you're out there.
Exactly.
Right? There you go.
So Emily, how does it feel? Because I'm proud of the Jeff and Jer show. You were on that show, and now you're on an iconic show with Eddie and Sky and Thor.
Yeah.
The show. How does that feel being on 2 great shows?
It feels unbelievable, to be honest. The fact that I got a job after Jeff and Jer got off the air within I think it was honestly 4 months, 4 or 5 months.
That really
That's
irritated me.
unheard of. We all know that in the media industry. Usually you sit out for a bit.
Yeah.
But then I heard that they had an opening, and so I jumped on it, and I can't believe I got it, let alone that I've gotten to stay this long with them. Because I was a nightmare when I first got to them, because the 2 shows are so different, the way they were run and stuff.
Yeah.
And so it was a big I had to get used to it.
Yeah, we were worried because, Jeff and Jer are so family friendly, and we were a little bit more edgy, And
We were edgy too.
Well, so here's the
so
thing,
who?
Tommy. One of my favorite Emily stories, because we're like, are you going to be able to hang with us? And she told me about the time that you guys pranked her in studio. And
Which time? But there was a couple times. But when they left the studio.
When one by one we left the studio, and she ended up being the only one on the air.
sitting there in the studio alone by herself, they all just dipped out one after one.
I'm feeling that feeling right now. So have you heard this story?
No.
So I was not usually on the air at all. Yeah. And so Tommy goes, hey, Emily, he goes, we want you to help us read something about some event we were doing at the time. So he hands me a piece of copy, brings me in the studio, and I'm shaking.
You're so excited.
Oh, this is your first time?
Yeah, basically. I think it was
Cracking
the first
the
time
mic.
even cracking the mic.
Okay.
And so Tommy goes, yeah, just read this. And it's just some BS copy points.
Sleep train.
Had to be
sleep train.
But it was.
Everybody had sleep train.
Yeah, blow the whistle.
But one by one, as she was reading, we would leave. So one by one, you would leave, I would leave.
No,
Sky.
God, Sully.
Bye, Emily.
Allie.
Oh, I thought
Really, you guys?
thought,
Is this what we're doing right now?
Love
Are we
you.
reliving
Love
this
you.
again? This is so messed up. You know what? I'm out of here too. Joke's over, Tommy. Joke's over. That's unbelievable. I'm never coming back.
We're back.
Special guest coming up.
Yes.
It's a female-centric show.
Oh.
It's a person-centric show. I'm
Thank
sorry.
you. Thank you.
Hey, on the air is on the air. Gonna keep you on today. Look at all these guys. Allie Wagner, Sky, Emily, from the show. Little Tommy, it's the Little Tommy show. Trying to push that narrative.
Hey, I do want to say this. I want to give a shout out to someone watching in La Mesa. Reed. Shout out to Reed.
Emily's son.
My son, my 12-year-old son.
Your son watches?
He's a big fan. Yeah, my 12-year-old son, Reed, and I was going to say Robert. That's my fiance / baby daddy.
Yeah.
He's also a big fan too. So
Why don't you have him come in? Why don't you have him come in today?
because he's a little bit much.
Yeah?
Yeah, he's like a giant child.
Wait, look who you're
You
with.
just said he was watching
He would
it.
be
love
able to
Reed.
scan it in here. He wouldn't know what he was doing.
Love Reed.
He'd be a lot to handle. Yeah. He'd be a lot to handle. So it's better off that he's just working.
All right. We can put him on stage. I mean, we'll make a thing out of it.
Oh God, he'll love
He
it.
would
because-
love it. He'd be like a ham.
He'd
and,
love
like,
it too
take
much.
Over. Yeah, it would be too much.
And Scott, you have children, right?
Yeah, I have one. Yeah, 13-year-old daughter. So yeah, strap in, everybody. We're there. We're there in the
I
teen
feel
years.
sorry for moms and teenage daughters.
Thank
or
you
even
for saying
tweens.
that.
No, it's true.
No, I know.
No, it's, I'm
I
the
know.
I'm dad girl.
Yeah.
Girl dad.
Girl dad.
Girl.
I prefer
Hashtag-
dad girl. Hold on.
It's not a thing, Sully.
I'm dad girl. No, but I will tell you, I have it made.
Yeah.
Like, you know, you get taken care of and you're cruising, and then there's you guys. Well, not so much you with the son.
Oh, don't say that.
No,
I
but I
thought
mean-
I was in the clear with the 12-year-old with a son.
I've had problem with teenage girls since I was a teenager.
Yeah.
So
yeah,
think
I can
about
see
that.
that.
You know, Marston Junior High School, Claremont High, and then I have daughters.
Oh,
you know?
yeah.
So are you going through that stage now where you're, where the mom? and then-
Yes,
right,
yes.
oh, yeah.
And I couldn't be dorkier. I couldn't be cringier. The amount of times the word cringe is used to things I do. So I was trying to get her to go to the Frozen musical with me, you know, down at the Civic
Yeah.
Center. And I made
yeah.
the mistake of starting to sing the song Let It Go.
Why would you not?
Well, because when she was a little girl, she
We'd
loved
sing it together.
Frozen. Thank you. And I got a quick, no way if you're going to sing that song. And I'm like, ugh.
Do you know what I used to get all the time?
My bad.
I used to get the no dad don't, no dad don't, no dad don't, no dad don't, no dad. So we're at let's say we're celebrating a graduation.
Okay.
And we're going to Eddie V's in La Jolla.
Beautiful.
I order a steak, and they bring out fish. Excuse me, no dad don't.
Oh, yeah.
Wait a minute.
So true.
I bought a Volkswagen. They brought me a pickup truck. No dad don't.
Yep.
No, so that's the
Yes.
thing. Because this is how I leverage that. What I think is good. This would be good for you too. With a young boy, is that I would say when all kids get out of line, but when they got out of line, I would say I will show up to your algebra class in a tangerine Speedo. If you do, and by the way, and they knew I would.
Yeah.
And so the threat of embarrassment is the best deterrent
Oh, I
for
gotta try
teenagers.
that.
Yeah, the threat of
Yeah, that's
embarrassment
huge.
is, hey, listen, you know what? I'm going to go sing Frozen in front of the class. You watch what happens.
Love it.
Stand up straight.
All right.
We got another guest. Let's do
One
it.
more guest.
Yay.
From the 1999 Cal Berkeley women's basketball team at guard, good old number 5, our favorite singer, Lady Rebecca Jade.
There she goes.
Tell me something good. Tell me that you love me, yeah. Tell me something good.
Oh boy, Rebecca.
Awesome. Wow.
She's the best.
She's on this album right here. You know, everybody's favorite track on that album is When the Battle's Over.
Yeah.
And Aretha Franklin originally sang that song. And what we should have done is just have you sing this song. Because I get more people asking and writing, and Mary will tell you, who is that girl on the album? And it's Lady Rebecca Jade. Great to see you.
Good to see you.
And of course, Rebecca Jade, who has played with Sir Elton John at the Oscars, if I'm not mistaken.
I was watching.
Yeah, I was too. And then, of course, on tour with Sheila E. Right? Who else? Drop some more names.
I just returned home from doing a whole Christmas tour with Dave Koz.
Wow.
That was amazing, incredible tour. So that happened.
And I've seen, and of course, you know, Rebecca and I have been on stage together a million times, and I'm such a supporter of her music. And of course, San Diego Music Awards, Artist of the Year, Song of the Year, everything. I mean, several times. So, so what are you doing now? What's happening these days with your career? I keep on seeing posters with your name on it all over.
Yeah, things are going great. I just have more shows that I started working with a booking agency, so now I'm starting to get my own shows out there, and so it's starting to.
I do not know why you are not on the cover of Billboard magazine. So when you hear her sing, and I think we all have a responsibility to push her name out there because it's so. So how do we find you online, and how do we promote you?
That is the million-dollar question.
All right. What's your website and what's your social stuff?
Website is my name, Rebecca Jade, and all my social media is Lady Rebecca Jade.
There we go.
Try to
All right.
Keep it consistent.
What are you singing for us today?
I'm gonna sing my current single that's
All right.
out right now.
Let's do it. Here we go. Rebecca Jade, ladies and gentlemen.
Even when you're next to me, you're so far away. I wanna give you the best of me, but I can't make you stay. Head is spinning dizzy with infatuation. Pulse is beating, guess my heart has won. Yeah, keep my distance, hoping time will cure this heartache. But I can't get you out my mind. My love is yours to take. Heart is broken once again from catching feelings. Wanna let you go, but the damage has been done. Baby, can you tell me what can I do to show you my love? And if you're not the one for me, show me how to let my heart go. Show me how to let my heart go. Show me how to move on from these feelings. Is it so wrong to want you in my life? Nothing moves me like you do. No one else compares to you. Just wish you would feel the same way too. Loving you can be so right if you let me. Wanna be right by your side. Your love can set me free. Captivated by the thought of loving you completely. Let me be the one, baby. Don't take my heart and run. Baby, can you tell me what can I do to show you my love? And if you're not the one for me, show me how to let my heart go. Show me how to let my heart go. Show me how to move on from these feelings. Is it so wrong to want you in my life? Nothing moves me like you do. No one else compares to you. Just wish you would feel the same way too. Oh, waiting for a love that could be true. Anticipating everything you say and do. I'm living in my fantasy where our love was meant to be. Baby, won't you be my reality? Baby, can you tell me what can I do to show you my love? And if you're not the one for me, show me how to let my heart go. Baby, show me how to let my heart go. Baby, baby, tell me what can I do to show you my love? If you're not the one, show me how to let go. Show me how to let my heart go. Baby, baby, show me. Come on, yeah. Show me how to let go. 'Cause I can't let go, baby. I can't. No, 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 baby. Come on, yeah. Show me how to let go. No, I can't. No, no, I can't let go.
Wow. Pretty good, Susan. Great. OTA on the air, it's on the air. Great to have you along. Of course, Emily, Sky, Rebecca Jade, Allie Wagner, and it's the Tommy Show. Once again, this is Sully Band. wait a minute. I have a question for you. Don't you?
I have a question for Rebecca.
Wait, I have a question. Do you feel intimidated at all?
I think it's really cool.
I do too.
I mean, look at this.
I don't feel like I'm in trouble at all.
Look at this.
Normally, I would feel like nothing.
We got Allie Wagner, Rebecca Jade, Sky Williams, Emily Griffiths. Now this is a show. Also. And our live audience. And the Rambling Gambling Band.
The Rambling Gambling Band. Let's not forget April Leslie with Michael Bolton Band and Tomoka with, who's this? Andy Grammer.
Wow.
You know what we should have had today is the Saxations. Right? Have you heard the Saxations?
I love the
It's
Saxations.
an all-female horn band, which is
I love it.
fantastic.
Yeah.
You should front the Saxations at some point.
Look. Twist my arm for a good time.
What do you think, Jay?
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah, all the ugly guys, get down. Keep this. That's cool.
Hey, Show Me was a great song.
Thank you.
And I bet Sky and Emily will play it on Rock 105, right?
I don't know if it's quite our format. Yeah.
Hey, wait a second. I have a question.
Amazing
Before we get to Rebecca, you just brought this up. Do you guys pick your music? Like talk radio guy, I have no idea how that works. Can you guys say, oh my God, I heard this song by the Sully Band? No way?
I'm gonna let you answer that
Are you not, is that not allowed?
No, I mean, like, honestly, with our show, since we've been doing it so long, we have some freedom. If there's something we really want to, like, play and put in there. But as far as getting something in regular rotation, yeah, that's
How does that
above our
work in
pay
radio?
grade. It kind of depends what station you're at. Like, honestly, every station is different. There can be a station where you call in and they're literally doing live requests, or it could be all pre-programmed from a music director that put that music in 3 days prior and anything in between.
That's how it is.
Rebecca and I are trying to find out, we're trying to get to the decision maker.
Right.
What we're trying to figure out
You got to
here
get to the
who do we
program
email?
directors. You got to get to the program directors,
Yep.
in my opinion.
Really?
But I remember there was a time, you know, with Jeff and Jerry, we would see some songs coming up, and then we would all say, hey, didn't we just hear that one? Let's not play that one.
Yeah,
You
you're
know,
out.
I don't know if that's still going on,
Yeah.
but yeah, we used to.
Closest we got to doing talk radio was pick our rejoiner music.
Oh, really?
And, all right, that was it. Like,
So
okay.
fun.
See, I could have you'd have been famous to all the newsies. All the people tuning in, waiting for the flood news. Or the fire. All right, I'm sorry, I hijacked your question.
No, that was it. It was, you know, that song's such a great song, and that should be on the radio. And I feel like you're one step away from being on top of the world.
Oh, well, thank you.
Seriously, like there's just that one step. I don't know what it is. Maybe if Sheila E. says, hey, you know what? I'm bringing out Rebecca Jade, and then boom, then you're
Would she do a Stars Born moment like that? Does that stuff happen out there?
I think sometimes, yeah. I don't know if she would do that specifically, but sometimes people do that.
Because you play with some pretty big names. When you go out there, can you say, hey, here's my latest? I mean, is that done? Because you're out there on maybe not done?
Well, no, sometimes, like, for instance, I asked Dave Kaz to play on one of my songs, so he's actually a feature on one of my one of my songs.
See,
on the
that's
record.
how you do it.
Yeah.
That's how you do it.
for
That's
you.
super smart.
Yeah.
And then,
Hey, Elvis, would you mind doing some background vocals over here?
exactly. You know, exactly. And then I also had Eric Darius, who's another saxophone player that I tour with quite a bit. So he's a feature on one of my songs. And now this year we have people requesting that song, which
wow.
has been really, really cool. So
I can totally see you on stage with the Rolling Stones doing "Gimme Shelter."
yeah, absolutely.
I mean, that would be so.
Come on.
That would be amazing.
Yeah, make that happen, Tommy.
Okay.
You know everybody, don't you?
Yeah, make a phone call, Tommy. Come on.
So I got a question then about that. So Allie, if you and Trevor were going to go to a concert,
Yeah.
and you could pick any concert coming to San Diego,
Okay.
A, where would the venue be? And B, what would the concert be?
Well, we went to 2 really good concerts last year, Garth Brooks and Red Hot Chili Peppers.
Petco.
At Petco.
Yeah.
Those were both good concerts, ones that you have no idea. I am not very good with words of songs. I just kind of
There's a great
Sing.
Melody or something.
There's a great website for you. There's a website called kissthisguy.com. And it has all of the wrong lyrics that people think, excuse me, while I kiss this guy. So it has all the lyrics of, like, you know, Bohemian Rhapsody. People type
There's
in
a
what
bathroom on the left.
There's a bathroom on the right. On the right. There's a bad mood on the right.
Right. So I am off key, wrong words, really bad.
But you're into it though.
Fine, but this was actually really funny. Paul Rudy made the mistake of being next to Trevor at the Garth Brooks concert.
Was Garth singing? Was Trevor singing every song?
Trevor sings every word and very loudly. So.
Oh my God. But I will tell you, as an onstage performer, and Rebecca can tell you this, it doesn't. We just want you guys to be into it.
Yeah.
The worst thing is this.
Yep.
Oh.
Yep.
I mean, it happens too. There's and here's even worse.
Well, at least they're putting some effort into it.
Wait a minute.
I'm not sure.
Maybe that's the only room.
I'm not sure.
I mean, Rebecca, you've played to billions of people when you were on the Academy Awards with Elton John. I mean, that was a billion people.
Literally a billion people.
Have you ever played to one?
Maybe not one, but like, yeah, a few. Definitely. Yeah.
Because how long have you been doing this?
Since 20 years.
Wow.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, 20 years.
This just happens sometimes because when you're kind of climbing up, right? And she's beyond climbing up.
Right.
But when you're first starting, I remember the first time we got asked to play House of Blues. Remember we played upstairs. We didn't play on the stage. We played upstairs where the gospel brunch is. And our audience was who happened to be in there for dinner. So it went from having 36 people to having 3 people.
Yeah.
And then there was 18, and then the ones that come in and really get into it, and then they're.
Yeah.
So you have to look beyond that.
Yeah,
right?
you do. Absolutely.
I got a question for Sky and for Emily. If you guys are listening to music off air, okay, or do you just listen to podcasts? If you're listening to music, what's your favorite? Like, who would you go see? Is it the people that you play, or is it eclectic?
Yeah, for me, it's super eclectic. I mean, I love rock. I love my Guns N' Roses and Metallica and all that. But I mean, I've heard it at work for, 25 years every day. So for me, I'm Dave Matthews. I love Dave Matthews. I've been kind of following him, kind of geeking out for years. And then this surprises a lot of people, Macklemore.
Yeah.
Wow.
And I know everybody thinks he's the thrift shop guy, but he's got some like really deep music. I got to meet him for the very first time when he came to town. And of course, the show took video of it and then posted it with the caption, "Your mom meeting Macklemore."
That's perfect.
It was a lot.
Yeah, it was a lot.
And what do you listen to?
I listen to everything. Like, it just depends on my mood. Like, I walked out to Janet Jackson. I'm a huge Janet Jackson fan. But, like, I love Foo Fighters. I love, like, Cali reggae, like Revolution and Iration and stuff like that. But then I love punk rock. Like,
Can we go out with some reggae? You go
I
out with
love Irie.
Nacho, can you come out with some reggae? Come on, here we go.
What we say? Like this.
Just like that.
Them never hear about Genesis, them never hear about Exodus, them never hear about Deuteronomy, them never hear about Judges and Kings, them never hear about the King Solomon. Whoa, fire! Hey!
More on the air coming up. Stand by. You guys talking about venues. Big venues. Do you know my favorite venue in San Diego is to watch a concert? And I would love to play there someday?
What?
The San Diego State Amphitheater. Outside.
Really?
It is. Have you been to a show there?
Yes. I have, yeah.
It is the greatest place because it is still outside, still feels like a concert, but it's super intimate.
Have you been to the Shell yet? Has anybody been to the
Yes.
Shell?
Yes. Did you perform? You performed at the show.
I did. Yes.
Stop it.
Really cool, huh?
Yeah, incredible venue.
Yeah.
I liken it to the Sydney Opera House.
Yeah,
as far
sure.
as it doesn't look like it, but
Wait.
the magnitude.
Have you ever
of it.
played the Sydney Opera?
No.
She will someday, though.
Not yet. Not
Yeah.
yet.
I was watching. I watched. This is such a. I should not even admit this. I was drugged to the Whitney Houston biopic. last weekend.
Don't
I
lie.
thought
You
of-
enjoyed it.
I did enjoy it because I thought to myself, well, yeah, because I wouldn't normally do that. But I said, okay. I thought about you 100 times because you are no less talented than every single #1 star, including Whitney Houston. And part of this comes down, and I can tell you because we've been doing this a long time together. Part of it comes down to talent. Part of it comes down to who you know. But there is a fair amount of luck that goes on with this deal.
Absolutely.
And if anyone ever wants to know proof of that, look at Rebecca Jade, but also look at the documentary 25 Feet from Stardom. Have you seen
20.
that? 20 feet from stardom.
Yeah.
Yes.
23 feet from stardom. Is it 20 feet? Whatever it is.
It is 20.
But it's got like Brenda Lee Eager and the backup singers for
The Ronettes.
and it's like those people that were this close and they never got there.
Clyde King.
Yeah.
Clyde King sang background with everyone. She's my
Right.
hero.
Rosemary Butler, Lisa, Arnold McCuller. You know, those the people there that, and if you're music geeks that read the back of albums, you'll know who they are. But in any case, but so what's your next gig? When can we all come out and see you? Where are you at?
Oh, actually, funny enough, I've been haven't had a lot of home dates because I've been traveling a bit. So I am playing Humphreys. I'm sitting in at Humphreys this Sunday, which I think will be tomorrow.
The Humphreys
Yeah.
backstage?
Yeah.
Humphreys Backstage
Sitting
Live.
in-
It's such a great venue.
Yeah.
That is a great
So I'm sitting in there tomorrow.
Good. Beautiful.
And other than that, I have shows up at Spaghettini in Seal Beach, and then I'm just traveling. I'm playing Berks Jazz Festival for the first time, which is in Reading,
Wow.
Pennsylvania. I'm playing Catalina Jazz.
We're never going to see her. This is the last time. We're never going to see her.
Catalina wine mixer?
That's what? Is that? Do you and I hear the same thing?
Yeah, Catalina wine mixer. She's playing the Catalina wine mixer.
Okay, let's exchange numbers. Let's
go.
plan a trip.
Let's go. We're
Yes,
ready.
yes. Yeah.
And then there's the show with Eddie Papani, Thor, Sky,
Yes.
and Emily. What are you guys up to?
Oh gosh, well, just really settling into the new year. The holiday, the end of the year is always so busy because we do our big military Christmas bonus that we put so much effort into because we really want to give back to the military community. So kind of when we wrap that up, it's like a big breath, and then now we're just back into it, doing unfortunately Sky's Drive-Thru Surprise. We're still doing, which
What's
is
Sky's Drive-Thru Surprise?
my nightmare.
No, I want Emily
It's
to explain.
incredible.
I want Emily to explain. What is it?
Sky is annoyingly the most picky eater on the planet. She eats bagels, rice, crackers. It's like so annoying. So we decided that we were going to turn this into something good for us. The fact that she's so annoying, and we send our phone screener Zeth out to a drive-thru or a restaurant. He has to order the last thing the person. He has to order what the last
Person
ordered. Yeah.
So if Tommy orders,
yeah.
the egg
cheeseburgers.
white omelet.
Absolutely, yeah. Then that's what we're getting. We bring it back to the studio, and then Sky has to eat it. But
The whole
she's
thing or
always
just a bite of it?
A bite.
Just a bite, but it's horrendous because I am really
Okay,
probably
what's the worst thing? Give me the worst thing.
Oh, God.
shrimp burrito.
Oh yeah, that's horrible. Oh my, how could you possibly? Oh my God! You said
But those are
shrimp burrito.
like a crab Benedict.
Oh my God!
I don't like seafood. I don't like seafood, dude. It's a nightmare.
I paid double for crab Benedict.
Just this past Monday, she cried because she had to eat a Greek omelet.
It had feta cheese. There was so much feta. It was so stinky. It was so gross.
I had all three of those things for breakfast this morning.
Dude, I cry. I get sick sometimes. It's
too much.
But unfortunately, still doing that in the new year. So here we are.
Allie, what are your plans for the next quarter at KUSI?
Well,
I mean,
well,
do you get to dictate where
I
you're
was
going
just
next?
trying to get more than 5 hours of sleep
Yeah.
with 2 children.
right.
That's what I'm trying to do.
Remember those days you could stay out late? Remember that?
We saw a meme where it was like, boy, when you ask your mom if you can go out on a Friday night when you're 15, and I'm doing the same thing now.
And you know what, Allie? I hear from a lot of people, my friend Anita says this. She says, hey, Allie looks great. Like, seriously, like you're doing something. Like, what happened? Like, you...
Well, Sully knows I love... Peloton is one thing. I
Yeah.
just did my 300th ride. I'm really excited about
I saw that.
and then I have 2 kids, so I don't have time to eat.
But seriously, everyone's noticing that you look great.
Oh, well, thank you. That's very kind of them. I'll take that and store that for a rainy day.
All right. All right. get this. We get another song from Rebecca
Yes.
Jade.
Oh, yeah.
It's going to be pretty good. All right, On the Air is on the air. If you want to be a part of our studio audience, all you do is send an email to where? controlroom@loft100studios.com. Come here, let's fill this place up. Come on. We'd love to have you along. I mean, it sounds good, but it's very love book, don't you think? Thank you, Captain Stubing. On the Air is on the air. Emily, Sky, Rebecca Jade. Where's Allie? Is Allie? Allie's out on location. Allie's out there on location.
Hey, I do want to say something to you guys on the show. I've become a big fan of yours, Sky.
Aw, thank you.
And I want to say I'm so proud of you, Emily.
Oh, thanks,
I mean,
Tommy.
seriously, I've watched you grow up on the radio
Yeah.
and just see how big of a star you are right now. It's so cool.
You know what he said? You know what he says when you're not here? I'm so proud of Emily that I discovered her.
Yeah. Well, he's got to take credit. He's got
Gotta take
But I mean, it's so cool to watch.
Yeah, a little bit,
And to see how you raised Reed. I mean, that's so cool too.
Yeah, it was a surprise to us. I got pregnant. When we were off the air, conveniently, we were like moving from station to station. And I had a baby while we were off the air.
Oopsie.
Remember?
Whoopsie. Greatest thing ever, though.
There you go. All right. Rebecca, thank you so much for joining us. In fact, I think we have a song. But let's go live to the Loft 100 stages where we find Allie Wagner.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, the lovely Rebecca Jade. Take it away.
That was a great intro. Thank you, Glenn.
1, 2. Check it out. This art speaks to dark streets. My heart beats in tandem with the drum, bass, guitar, and keys, and other instruments and vibes. Sentiment the broken, get you open. Closed minds won't catch the batch of thoughts I serve with no apology. I do hip-hop music minus the misogyny. Follow me as I follow him in this vehicle of self-expression. Rescuing ghetto kids from oppression and ostracized suppression. It's impacted a generation of the voiceless. I b-boy boisterous. Spoken with hands that break hands upon a foundation that rotates and recorded time. The sort of shine isn't for limelight before a reordered kind of human. Yeah, you man up enough to subjugate your wills to love. Bug is flying the best way, so drop a needle or press play.
Now it's time for all good men to get together with one another. We gotta iron out problems, iron out our quarrels, try to live as brothers, and try to find the peace within without stepping on one another. And do respect the women of the world. Remember, we all have mothers. We gotta make this land a better land than the world in which we live. We gotta help each man be a better man with the kindness that we give. Yeah, I know we can make it. I know darn well we can work it out. Oh yes we can. I know we can. Yes we can. Why can't we? I know we can. I know we can make it work. I know we can make it if we try. I know we can. I know we can. Great gosh almighty, yes we can. I know we can. Woo! Gotta take care of all the children of the world. 'Cause it's our strongest hope for the future, the little baby boys and girls. We're gonna make this land a better land than the world in which we live. We gotta help each man be a better man with the kindness that we give. Yeah, come on. I know we can make it. I know darn well that we can work it out. Oh yes we can. I know we can. Why can't we? I know we can. I know we can make it work. I know we can make it if we try. I know we can. Great gosh almighty, yes we can.
people are white. Come let we unite and go burn parasite. Upliftment to a higher height. Hail Emmanuel, God is with us, and you know Jesus Christ give life.
Oh, yes, we can. Said, I know we can make it work. I know we can make it if we try. Yes, we can. No, we can. Great God Almighty, yes, we can. No, we can. I know we can make it. I know we can make it.
Oh, yes, we can. Yes, we can.
Get God Almighty, yes, we can. Come on, yeah. I know we can make it, baby. Ooh.
Oh, yes, we can. I know we can.
Oh, yes, we can. Yes, we can. Said, I know we can make it, yeah.
Oh, yes, we can. I know we can. Oh, yes, we can. I know we can.
I know we can make it. Oh, oh.
Oh, yes, we can. I know we can. Oh, yes, we can. I know we can.
I know we can make it, baby.
Oh, yes, we can. I know we can. Hey. Oh, yes, we can. I know we can.
We can make it. We can make it.
Oh, yes, we can. I know we can. Oh, yes, we can. I know